What's good, people? It's your boy The Kitchen. Now, in case you've been under a rock for these past few hours, it was sadly announced that Michael Jamal Warner has passed away. If you guys don't know him, he's an actor. He's also a writer and a poet as well. Most people know him for portraying his character on The Cosby Show as Theo Huxtable. But yeah, it's sad that this guy's gone. It was so sudden, to be honest, and how he passed away was kind of sad also. But one of the main things that I saw while scrolling on the timeline, while people were very upset and surprised that he was gone, I see a post from the Hot and Bothered page, and it was quite a beautiful caption that Melyssa Ford and her team, I'm not sure if she did it herself, but she would go on to write, "There's no script for moments like this. We had the gift of sitting down with Michael Jamal Warner, a true legend, a gentle force and a man who led with heart. What he shared with us was more than wisdom. It was soul, it was legacy, it was love. In his presence, you felt grounded in his words. You found truth, and now in his absence, we feel the weight of that light even more. Thank you, Malcolm, for giving us your time, your story, and your spirit. You were deeply loved and you will never be forgotten. Join us in sending love and condolences to the Warner family and friends. Hashtag, oh, this is nasty. Hashtag Hot and Bothered M4. She didn't have to include that hashtag. That's nasty. That's nasty, Mel. I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna hold you. When I first read that, I thought to myself, did Mel have to do that? This kind of seems a little bit tasteless in my opinion, but I didn't want to come off as tone deaf because somebody did pass in this situation, so maybe I shouldn't be looking into shit that isn't really there. So I kind of ignored it. Then I went on to Twitter and I scrolled and then I saw a tweet from Joe that said SMH. So then I'm like, what's Joe talking about here? Let me see what's in the comments. There must be like a sports event that's on right now. So then I look in the comments and I see a bunch of male hate about how insensitive her words were when speaking about Malcolm Jamal Warner. And then I say to myself, I know I wasn't crazy. I knew something about that post was just off to me. So a lot of fans just dogpile her in the community and Joe's comments about what Melyssa posted. But at first, I honestly thought it was just the Instagram posts that had everyone in an uproar. But then I scroll through the community again, and I see that Melyssa Ford went to her YouTube channel and edited the Malcolm Jamal Warner interview and changed the last title to add that was his last interview. And then I'm like, nah, she did not do that shit. Like, you guys are lying, stop. So then I go onto YouTube myself, and then I see that she actually changed it to Malcolm Jamal Warner's last interview. And I'm like, this is crazy. Who in their right mind would tell her to do this? It just comes off as capitalistic. It comes off as tone deaf. It comes off as opportunistic, and it actually just reminds me of the Vlads of the world, the Adam 22s of the world, that do any and everything for clout and or financial gain. And it's crazy because this situation reminds me of the grilling that Ish and Joe tried to do to Adam 22. Remember that interview? If you don't remember it, here it is.
How do we explain this? White history, using black people, using Kevin Samuels, his name, image, and likeness with really no regard, care, consideration, or love for how you do so as long as you're monetizing.
I think I did all those things. I think those clips represent him well. Look at these comments. This was my favorite Kevin Samuels interview. I came back to watch it in memoriam. R.I.P. Godfather. Exactly. That's why I uploaded it.
And that's why I said there's a disconnect.
Look at that comment. 6,000 likes. Kevin is blowing up because the problem is recognized by all men regardless of race.
No, they just don't know what he's doing. That's why he keep taking it to fans, and I keep taking it to him.
You have chosen to view what I'm doing.
They are humans.
I think if you really thought about it, you would not think this.
I've thought about it.
I think
I've thought about this man long. You did this. Vlad did this. Like, y'all little no, not a lot of people.
Really?
Not, and that's my point.
I just think it's normal.
I know. But not a lot of people did this.
Really?
It's only you and your little fuckhead white boy compadre that did this. Black people don't think to do this when black people die. the black content creator. You did not see that. Act didn't do it. Nobody did it. It was you and Vlad. So what do you think about that? Y'all two in black culture treating black people like that.
I think Vlad was the first person that I saw do it, and I think that my gut reaction at first was like, oh, that's kind of nasty, that's kind of cringe. And then as I thought about it, I landed it with a perspective more like what I have now, which is that I think it's important to... that when you post a clip, you're spreading that person's message more. You're getting their content out there more. And I think that when they pass, it's even more important that we celebrate their life by talking about them and serving this content up in the algorithm for the people who love them.
Tell Ish about... Oh, go ahead.
You just fucked up, though.
What?
You said when Vlad did it, your immediate gut reaction was cringy and it's in bad taste.
Right.
Why would you think that?
Because I hadn't thought about it enough.
Why would your immediate gut reaction be, yo, this is in bad taste and it's cringy?
I think Vlad was the first one through the wall on a lot of things, and that he was the one who figured out this made sense very early on.
He dancing.
You tap dancing.
He dancing.
What?
You didn't answer my
You're not
question.
answering his
I'm
question.
not talking about Vlad.
We don't care about what Vlad
Why did Adam
Because it was
think...
something I had never seen done at first. I thought, oh, I've never seen someone just immediately upload a person's content after they passed. Then I
Why
thought
do you
about
think
it.
that's true? Why do you think you had never seen that done?
And why did your gut reaction think that it wasn't a proper thing to do? Because it's not.
Because I had never seen it done.
Because you're a human. Because you're a human in here somewhere.
I actually thought, oh, that makes a lot of sense. The TV networks do the same exact thing. If some fucking fan, say MTV was still what it is right now, and God bless, Pop Smoke passes, what are they going to do? They're going to be playing hour-long blocks of Pop Smoke music videos because that's what people want to see at that moment.
Big business does a ton of shit with no regard for humanity.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. People want to see that content in that moment.
No. Look. Somebody got a cop put his knee on a man's neck for 9 minutes.
Right.
It ran on TV, every fucking channel on the planet. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People watched it. Mm-hmm. Every fucking channel on the planet, somebody was watching it. Do you still think that that's adequate to show just because people are going to gravitate to negativity?
I thought it was unbelievably important to show because it made so many people. If I had read an article, if I had read a tweet describing the George Floyd homicide, I would have thought that's terrible. I would have never understood it the way that I understood it when I watched it in full.
You are 1,000% correct.
100%.
Now, cool. Fast forward that into somebody, because now it's information. It's an informative of what's going on in the world.
Right.
So I'm with you there. Now, let's say a year from now, somebody gets an opportunity to monetize it. Let's say they put it in a rap song. Let's say they TikToked it and just had the knee go. Yo, dog, it's disgusting that because your initial reaction was a human one. That Vlad did this, it's yucky. And then now your business brain kicks in to say, you know what? But if Pop Smoke died,
he's on to something.
The radio stations that do this to generate money.
Found is made a headline or a icon or something that was.
You could have honored the man.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
More.
You could have. I know you think that.
Right.
That's the
We're not talking about what your white boy brain don't have no place in
what
this.
I think. What else is there?
I know, but your brain don't have no. Ugly. Your brain don't have a place in that. We know you think that. I'm asking you to humanize everyone here. You already did that to yourself. You said what you thought initially. But if Kevin Samuel's mom called you to say, yo, dog, you didn't have to do this right now. Your reply wouldn't be all of this shit that you do. My audience, I have a due diligence, and I was spreading his likeness and his awareness. That's the part I'm attacking. We're missing humanness in this.
If his mom asked me that, I would think she was just as confused as I currently think that you are about the issue, but would I probably delete it out of respect?
Arrogance from this nigga?
You would think his mother was confused?
I would think she was confused about what the role of media is when somebody passes, because I think the role of media is to promote content about that person, to allow people to celebrate it.
Adam,
that their life.
Fam, y'all didn't even have the clips. Y'all went and created them.
Listen to me.
Clipped it up.
He think that conversation is a media conversation.
That's true.
Why do you think that conversation between you and his mom, hypothetically, it would be about media and the role of you when her son is dead? What the f is wrong with you white boys?
We run a media company. Sure. We put media out. That's our business, and that's how we engage with our audience. And by uploading YouTube videos, right?
I understand.
And if people want to see that person at that moment, I consider it my duty
to
provide them with important content.
Whenever it's all right, it don't matter. We slicing up, we putting you out, we making money off you. We don't really care about
not about the money.
We don't really care about none of y'all.
Only about the money.
You didn't cut monetization off. That's why.
Nobody thinks that you podcast just for the money, right? You don't.
I don't know what they. I don't know what they think.
When someone passes and we promote that content, why is that viewed through this sinister lens of they just want to make money?
Because you didn't cut monetization off.
No, bigger than that. Because
that's not how the platform works.
And you ignored more. You ignored
the timing, yo. And the timing, yo. Like he's announced he passed, and right after that, I was like, yo, let's get these clips out. Hurry up.
So I wonder if Joe and Ish are going to confront Mel about this, because she damn near did the same thing that Adam 22 did. But what do you guys feel? Do you guys feel like Mel did this, or did somebody on her team do this? Because I think she's gonna blame somebody else. I don't feel like she's gonna stand on that shit. It's cool she stands on it, but I'll just view her in a different light. I can't lie to you. I mean, the post went so crazy in the Joe community that even Ian commented that, yo, I had no parts in what Melyssa did. I did not do any of that. Don't involve me in nothing. So now we know that Joe and Ian had no parts in what Melyssa did, and now I'm gonna need them to confront her on the next episode. It has to happen. I'm sorry. It was nasty what Melyssa did. But how do you guys feel about this? Do you guys feel like this was mad insensitive, or is this just the internet? Is this in fact COE? But like I said, let me know in the comments, and until next time, it's your boy The Kitchen. Deuces.